about the Knicks and the GM search and who the possible fill-ins are. I just laugh, because I get these alerts on my phone, and the alert says, well, Isaiah Thomas takes himself out of the running. Well, who put him in the running? I mean, like, who?
I have to tell you, this is the truth, and that's why I like coming on here, because my first thought was, when this all went down, I said, I wonder if they'll bring Isaiah Thomas back.
I
know it would be just slaughtered by the papers and you and just about everybody, but it did cross my mind.
Isaiah does TV for NBA TV. He's done a number of things. He's run on the Liberty. The Liberty have been run pretty well under his tutelage. I think it was like a handout from James Dolan to him to bring him back and let him be a part of basketball and all that other stuff.
James Dolan has got to get involved. Can you imagine being? No. I don't mean to pick players and stuff like that. I'm just talking about be a little bit of more of an overseer, and we all know the big picture, what you want your team to be, look like, and the culture. You talked about it yesterday. So that's the easy thing. We could all come up with that. Now put the people in place that will get that done for you.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. They haven't been able. They had the person in place. His name was Donnie Walsh. And then they superseded Donnie Walsh's authority, and they said, get Carmelo here at any cost. And from that moment on, with the exception of the first playoff appearance that they had, it's been downhill. The last 3 years have been a disaster because they hire the wrong people. Here's the thing. The Garden is known in the NBA, I believe, as the money pit. It is the money pit because the amount of people that never fulfill their contracts and always get bought out and paid off. And then they move on. And then when you look back at the lineage of this and the amount of people that have come through here over the last 10 years, whether it be Larry Brown or Isaiah Thomas or Phil Jackson now, it's all the same freaking people.
It's unbelievable.
And they'll all complain. Every single one of them. Maybe Isaiah won't because of his friendship with Jim Dolan, but they, to a man, I guarantee you, if you got him in a private moment, would roll their eyes and say the Garden is a dysfunctional place.
Right.
And I would say, if it's so dysfunctional, why are the Rangers run so well? Why are the Rangers have been so good over the last 7 years? What are they doing right that they share a same facility up in Greenberg? I mean, they're right there. They work next to each other. Why is the NBA portion of the Garden such a disaster? Is that because Jim Dolan is involved or isn't involved? I'm hiring Phil Jackson not to be involved. I don't know what it is because I'm not close enough to it. But all I can tell you, to read the tabloids and to read all the crap about Isaiah Thomas and John Calipari, go get the guy from Toronto who's got a 5-year extension, get the guy in Memphis, he's got a 5-year extension. I mean, stop with all the nonsense and the hyperbole. Find somebody who's legitimate. Find a Sean Marks type who's freaking legitimate, who understands what the league's all about and understands what the Knicks need to do to navigate through this sewer pit of toxicity that the Garden has turned out to be.
They got to overpay. Look,
why do they have to overpay?
Here's why. But listen.
It's a New York job. You get this one right?
No. Wait, hold on. I'm going to stop all that myth. It's the NBA has completely changed. All the players, I know they don't like the dysfunction here with the Knicks, but the players, there's so many other spots now they're willing to go to because life is great, the organization is different, and the lure of Madison Square Garden, which I will say, besides Old Yankee Stadium, are the two best venues I've ever been in.